Well, good morning everyone and welcome to your Tuesday Thoughts video. Today is Tuesday the 28th of March 2023. I'm Karen and I am a healer, channel, medium and card reader as well. I also do art workshops. I'm an artist. I write a little as well. But today I'm here to do a tarot reading which also includes some oracle cards, just to get clarification on that. So I hope you're all very well. Here in London today it is a grey, rainy day, so we are waiting on some wonderful warm weather, which I hope is coming up. We've got an Easter break coming up as well soon, so let's hope for a little bit of good weather during that time as well. I missed last week because I had a bit of a cold. Started off with a little scratchy throat on Sunday, and then Monday I was completely floored. I was bunged up, I had the sore throat, I was achy, so couldn't even go to work that day. But throughout the week I've got better and better, and I have to say I use a lot of natural remedies which help support the body as the body manages and deals with the infection. One of the things I wanted to show you that I use is bee propolis. I say propolis, I don't know if it's propolis, whatever you call it, but this is excellent. It's full of antioxidants and really full of a lot of beneficial, nutritious and supportive elements. So if you're having colds and flus, get yourself some of this. And also sometimes it's good to gargle if you're getting a scratchy throat at the start of your cold or flu. And I find that this was incredible. So this is the same thing. It's in a liquid form and it's very highly concentrated, and it's like an elixir. And so you can put excuse me, it's called a food supplement and high potency propolis liquid, but I find this very beneficial. Just a few drops in water and then use that as a gargle. Completely cleared the pain in the throat, completely cleared up the throat immediately, pretty much immediately. So to do this, you know, every day as you're going through your recovery, this is a really, I'm not getting sponsored for this, by the way. I just think these are really good to have in your medicinal cabinet, just to help you get well. Also, I'm an aromatherapist, so I enjoy having scent throughout the room. So things like eucalyptus, tea tree, lavender, and then just nice comforting uplifting fragrances like rose and bergamot as well. And rose is a lovely feminine, nurturing, great hormone balancer. It's great for skin and just femininity, that wonderful woman supporting essential oil, particularly as you get older as well. It's a very good one to use. And I also use sort of remedies in food as well. So I cooked a lot with turmeric, anti-inflammatory. I used to have garlic every single day, but then I kind of stopped doing that. But certainly during colds and flus, garlic and ginger are pretty much essential. Plenty of them, and some raw honey as well if you can get it. So those are my tips for medicinal getting over a cold and flu. So I was really annoyed I couldn't do the reading last week. So hopefully I'll be able to maintain my composure throughout this one and give you a reading for the week. So we're looking for some messages in the week, some tarot and some oracle messages, just to support you in whatever you're going through. Maybe just allude to what's happening in the energies. Oh, one's gone, bear with, I'll just go get it. Sorry about that, back again. And I've put on some nails today just because I think it looks better on camera, just to be a bit more presented. But from using them and shuffling the cards, they're popping off. So I don't know how you girls do it. You know, as soon as this video is over, these are coming off. I don't know how you manage to do anything in your day with nails that are, I don't know what that one is, with nails that are so long. So I must go and get it done properly at some point, just so they kind of last as well. But it's all about presenting yourself in the best way possible, so hopefully they'll last for the video. Oops, okay, that's quite a lot now, that's far too many. So I'm just going to put them back in the deck. So I hope you're all well. How is life treating you? Do let me know. Okay, so 3 of those have just come out, so I'm going to take those. I don't know what they are yet, and I will just put that deck. It's underneath. Okay, so underneath we have the Hanged Man. So I do have a light, just because it's very dark in here. The Hanged Man, which points to a period of waiting and sort of needing to have patience, or you have been patient. The underlying energy of the read is that a little bit of a period of waiting, but also change your perspective on something. So the Hanged Man is upside down, so sometimes you have to look at things a little bit differently to see what kind of information or result that you can get from that. Okay, so not to ramble on too long, that always is what my teams say when I channel, so we won't go on too much longer. I think it's because I'm thinking, you're going on quite a long time. Anyway, first card for this week, for today, is the Ace of Swords. Now this points to working with the mind. This points to this offering, or this new element that comes in through the mind, through the thoughts. The swords are air signs, so it could be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius issues. And it is sort of a successful card. So you can see the wreath on top here. So this is successful mind element coming in here. And that this may be a sort of higher mind, clearing out your mind, cutting of ties. So in order to move forward in this intellectual endeavor that you're stepping forward in, there might be a requirement to cut ties from the past. Those worries, those things that hold you back, those ideas that hold you back, your mind which holds you back. There's a need to kind of cut away from that and step away, so that in a sense there's a moving forward with this new idea. And you can see it's been given here from the cloud, which is like the hand of God. So there's this new intellect, new intelligence, new ideas coming into your mind, being offered to you to step forward. So it is a real sort of new beginning type energy, and it's a real gift as well. So you're being gifted something, but you possibly may have to cut ties to move forward. What else are we getting from his? And you hold it in your hand. You hold all the intellect and all the intelligence that you need to make this move forward. You have this connection, you have this information, and so, you know, don't feel like you're not worthy, or you're not able to step up, because this says that you are being given this intellectual insight into whatever it is you're stepping forward into. So that was the one that dropped on the floor. So that jumped out. So very much mind, and perhaps that goes with the Hanged Man as well. So using your mind to change your perspective, change how you look at things, in order that you're not waiting anymore. Oh my goodness. So the next card is the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is another gift coming in from the clouds, coming in from heaven. You're being handed this opportunity. So the wands are fiery and creative, and they can point to earth and the natural world, and this would point to springtime as well. So the Ace of Wands is sort of a symbol of spring, like this is now time, and there is this creative offer coming in, and you are holding it firmly in your hand. You have this idea, you have this element that you want to run forward with, and it is full of that creative energy, that powerful, potent energy of making something real. So in a sense, what you're doing is you're taking this idea and you're imbuing it with power and strength and fire in order to make it real on the earth plane. And there's a little castle off in the distance here, so you can see the little castle in the home. So it is about sort of making something in the physical. So like this is a physical building on the earth. So it's about taking that idea, taking that new intellect, that new intelligence, that new insight, and making it work for you, making it productive, establishing something, you know, building something. So this is the start of something that you're building. And you have a passion for it. You have a fire for it. And it's a great offering. This is another gift. So that's 2 aces. That's very good. Okay. And so the next card we have is the 8 of Cups. And we have had this card before, and you can see that this person is sort of shrouded in this cloak and is walking up this mountain. And you've got the 8 Cups. And it is a walking away from something. You are going to have to turn your back on something which has an emotional connection. The cups are about emotions, so it could be a relationship of some kind, be it love, be it work, be it family, you know, some sort of connection that you had emotionally. And you're going to have to turn your back and walk away from it because it's no good for you anymore. It is not satisfying you. It is not fulfilling you. It is not bringing you what you need. And although this can cause you sorrow, because you see the waters here streaming down this river, this gushing of water, it could point to tears or emotions. It's never easy to walk away from something that you hold emotionally dear. And it does feel like climbing a mountain. It does feel like an uphill struggle often. But this is saying that that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. You're walking away from something. And so perhaps that is it. You've been given this new gift, this new insight. Let's see the best. In the Ace of Swords. And you're cutting the ties to the past, so that's true too. So in order to walk away, you must cut the ties to the past to move on and be a success, to move on and move towards this this castle. So the castle's off in the distance. So you're going to have to move, you're going to have to travel, you're going to have to step forward and perhaps climb a few mountains or take a few steps in order to move in that direction, in order to move. And it may seem like the mountains are too high to climb. It may seem like you're not going to be able to do it because, you know, it's too steep, it's too difficult. But it is where you are right now. You are walking away. And that usually points to change. The next card is, the 9 of Pentacles. So the 9 of Pentacles is a woman, and you know, it can be a woman or a man, or him or her or they. She just represents you basically, and it points to a period of success, a period of growth, a period of fertility, a period of reaping what you have sown. So you have put in work, you have been sowing the vines. And you can see on these vines, they're laden with heavy produce here. So we've got grapes. We've got grapes all in the vine, so it's healthy. You've fed the vine. You've grown it. You've nurtured it. You've tended to it. Whatever this idea is that you have, you've worked with this. You've put the energy in, put the work in. Because Pentacles is all about work and money. So this is a reward coming. So this is achievement financially for the work that you've put in. She is comfortable. She is not wanting. She is, in a sense, the huntress. So she's got the falcon here. Falcon or the hawk. I think they call it falconry, don't they? And again, here in the distance, she has the castle. So she has created stability. She has created financial independence, she or he or they, and that has taken time. And it's like the Hanged Man. There's a period of time when you're building something where you might not see much growth, you might not see much fruit. Often, you know, a fruit tree may not deliver in the first few years many fruits. And then as it matures and ripens and takes hold and is rooted and is supported and nurtured and fed, and it grows and it grows, it becomes stronger and it is able to bear more fruit forward. So for every little effort that you make, so these are all elements of work, so every little bit of work that you put in, every little job that you attend to, every bit of earning that you know, try or deliver or put your mind to, and earning in different ways and gathering your coins, gathering your money, gathering so you're self-sustained, that is the energy of the card. You're self-sustained, you're able to look after yourself, you have worked and you have earned, and you're stable and comfortable. There's a lot of yellow and red in this card. So red is your roots chakra, again, good roots, a good foundation. So you've built a foundation. Like the castle, like all the other buildings, you need a foundation, you need a strong foundation. And in order to build on top of that, you have to tend to it. So the red, the root, is the foundation. And then as you move up through your sacral chakra, the orange is your creativity, which is your wand. So it's using that creativity, using that passion, taking pleasure in your work, enjoying it, finding something you enjoy. And then you come to the yellow, which is the solar plexus, which is your identity as well. So you're now identifying as a person who is self-sufficient, who has spent a lot of time, a lot of long hours, a lot of dedication, a lot of long nights perhaps, and early mornings. But you have done this, you've committed to it, and it is bringing reward. It is showing someone who is stable, secure, and you know, she's an independent person in this energy. You know, she's pointing to be independently financially secure. And the next card we have is the Four of Wands. So again, we have the castle in the distance. Again, we have a yellow card, which is your solar plexus, which is self-esteem, identity. And this is a celebration. This is fruition. This is someone who has achieved. So there's something you have achieved here. Can also point to a marriage card. So there may be a coming together of souls, but also it can point to moving. I'm sure this is the moving card. Four of Wands. Let me just check that for you. Excellent. So yeah, I was just checking, and it does also point to a new home. And this can be about home as well. So this can be about not only springtime, but it can point to your home. There's a house here in the distance, and doing stuff like DIY, redecorating. It can point to old people's homes, changing a room, that type of thing. So perhaps you are going to be moving house and doing some new decoration, or moving location and doing some creative work within the home. But it's celebratory, and you can see here, just like the Nine of Pentacles, where you have the finances allow you to step into this new home. So the finances allow you to build. Here we've got the flowers, as you know, the garlands of celebration as well. So it could be to do with marriage, moving into a new home with a new husband or wife, or husband, wife. But it also points to just that fruitfulness, that success, that win, you know, the thing that you have been working on. Because the wands are, you know, you have your one wand here, you have your one element here, that your idea, your creativity, and then it becomes stable. 4 is a very stable number, so it's security, it's foundation, it's stability. So again, it's giving you that stability that the Nine of Pentacles can give you. And 9 is a completion number, so you've come to completion, you've achieved. And then the 4 is that stability again. So the 4 wands, standing stable, standing tall, building. And you've got the townspeople here, so it could be moving to a new village, but there is certainly a celebratory element in this card. So that's all pretty good. I'm not seeing any issues there at all. Yes, the Eight of Cups might look a little like a dismal card, but what it's saying is you are walking away from something, that you have to cut the ties in order to move forward with this creative idea. So you have to walk away. And in a sense, we can be emotionally attached to homes as well. We can be emotionally attached to buildings and places that we've lived. But this is showing that, you know, moving to a new home means you have to leave something behind. So there is an element of walking away from something into something else. So there could be something about a new home coming up for you. So I'm going to go next with Archangel Michael cards, because I think I haven't used those in a while and they're really, really nice. I'm not going to go on too long, as I usually say. Just give these a little shuffle. And Archangel Michael, we're just looking for a little bit of information to do with the card reading that we're doing today for everybody. As I say, I hope you're all well. I hope you're having a better day than we're having here. It is a bit dull and dreary, but nevertheless, we have to carry on. And sometimes a day like that is a good day to get creative, actually. When I was very, very young, I used to enjoy when it was, you know, wet and stormy and windy outside, and you might be inside by the fire, and you might get a chance to get the colouring book out and get creative and spend some time just being creative, because you can't be outside doing stuff. So you can be in the house just getting into that alpha zone, alpha brainwaves, which are very relaxing, very healing, and helps you tune into the other realms. So creativity is a way that you can open that door as well. If any of you are around North London, I will be doing healing sessions at the beautiful Yoga Rocks studio, excuse me, here in North London, Fridays to start. So if you're around, you can email me. I do apologise, that's the leftovers of the cold. But feel free to email me at karen@karentonie.co.uk. Okay, so we're just going to take one off the top, I think, because I'm not getting anything. I'm so frightened of like these nails going flying that I'm a bit careful when I'm juggling. Shuffling. Right, we're just going to go off the top. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Underneath, what do we have? Okay, underneath we have the situation is already resolved. So whatever it is you're moving from to, it's resolved. There's no need to get too worried about it. So give any worries, cares and concerns to you, Michael, in exchange for true peace in all ways. Thank you for resolving this for me. So whatever difficulty you think you had with that, it's been resolved. So let's just look at the cards in context with what we had a moment ago. First card is Believe and Trust. And so here you can see a magical land. So here you can see someone who is in just this beautiful magical energy. And that would point to the manifesting energy as well. Anybody who's trying to manifest new things in their life, you know that it comes from belief. Thoughts are just, done that thing again where it changes, and then I don't think it changes for you, but it changes for me, so it's back again now. So thoughts, beliefs are just thoughts that you think. So if you change the thoughts you think, then your beliefs will change, and what you believe comes to fruition. So it's knowing that what is running through your head, and you get to know that by meditating, you get to know that by sitting still and listening, and you hear what is mostly in your head. And then you can realize, is that what you spend your time thinking about? So then you want to consciously put in new thoughts. This takes effort, and it means that you might have to spend time thinking new thoughts, retraining the subconscious. EFT is a good thing for that as well. But it is about believing, because if you change the thoughts you're thinking, that changes your beliefs. A belief is just a thought you keep thinking. So if you change the thought you keep thinking, you're changing your beliefs. You know, you have to remember that you're not your mind, and you have to remember that your mind is just running, and that you can either let it just run, or you can actively step in and reprogram. So your thoughts are different. Therefore, your beliefs are different. And if your beliefs are different, your energy is different. And then that draws something to you. And by trusting the process, it manifests much more easily. He also has the sword here. So again, it's cutting the sword, cutting the ties to the past energies, cutting the ties to the past thoughts. So this is it as well. If you're going to change your beliefs, you may have to change your thoughts. You may have to cut away all of those thoughts that you used to have and input new information. Your mind is like, it wants the easiest way. So it returns to what you normally think. So some people pretty much in their head have the same scenario going round and round and round continuously, pretty much all the time, unless you step in and you shift it and change it. And by shifting it, you're cutting away the old. And then you change your thinking process, which becomes a new belief, and that changes your life. So there are steps. You can do it, but yes, like everything, it does take effort. But you can see the effort is worth it here. He is in this magical kingdom. He has got the waterfalls, he's the mountains, he's the richness of the forest. There's little dragons around, little birds around. There's beautiful, it's almost a bit Avatar-like, isn't it? And there's water there as well. And it says, before going to sleep tonight, say, Archangel Michael, please enter my dreams and replace fear with faith and trust. Let me be filled with strength, courage, and confidence. And this is it, you know, to move on to something new, to take that step, to be able to cut away what has been just a habit of thought or a habit of belief or a habit of living. You need to let go of the fear. And that's difficult. But that's where you can call someone like Archangel Michael to help you. And he will come with his sword and he will cut away the ties. You can ask him to be gentle, because that can throw up all kinds of different scenarios. And if you want to cut something away in your life, suddenly it might just suddenly be cut away in your life. And then you're thinking, oh my God, I wasn't quite ready for that. So ask him to work with you. Ask him to be gentle, but to gradually cut these ties to the past. Cut these ties to the things that you had in the past. Allow yourself to move on without the fear. Trusting. Trust, so that you can move in to this new celebration. Decide to be happy now. Although he doesn't look that happy, does he? And maybe that's it, you know. Maybe you're not looking that happy. Maybe you don't feel that happy. But manifesting is live as if it is occurring now. So if you imagine yourself and you want to drive around in a Rolls Royce, and you think, oh, I wish I had it. Now that's just a flippant little example. But the point of it is, you know, what is it going to bring you? Is it going to bring you that happiness? Most people want something because they think it will make them happier. Most people, whatever they do in their life, whatever they're doing, it's because they think it brings them some sort of happiness. But then you're held hostage to that thing because that thing brought you the happiness. And so if that thing brought you the happiness without that thing, you can't be happy. You've given all your power away to that thing. So what manifesting is about is bringing the happiness now. Like you've got all these steps that you want to work through to get to happiness. But in fact, what you want to do is start at happiness. And then all the little bits click into place. Like a little cube game or a puzzle or something. They just go click, 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 click. Because they have to align to match the end result. So if you go straight to the end result and be happy. And how do you do it? He's protected with armor as well here. So you can ask Archangel Michael again to come in and help you, to come in and lighten your load. Use the blue colour, the royal blue of Archangel Michael. And a way to be happy now is to do something that makes you happy, is to remember something that makes you happy. You know, what is a meal that you really enjoy? Make it and just really enjoy eating it. You know, if you enjoy going for a walk in the park and getting some of the sun rays and hearing the birds, then do that. If that brings those moments of happiness. And it doesn't have to be like a 24/7 happy. You're just imbuing your body and you're reprogramming yourself to sit in the happy vibration more often. And then you suddenly find ways, even adaptogens, you know, things that you can take, these supplements you can take, adaptogens, which help you manage stress and elevate your mood. They allow you to not get downhearted by balancing your system, because you can be out of whack. And if you're out of whack, it's really difficult to bring yourself back into a happy place. So there's so many different support systems, even essential oils like bergamot, clary sage, geranium, pine is a good one as well, marjoram and tea tree. All these different things can help you elevate and clear your energy and your mood so you can reside in happiness. I feel like I should carry on. It says, thank you for helping me thank you for helping me open my heart to happiness. And if you can feel it here, then you're expanding it in your aura and you're sending it out into the world, and the world answers. Thank you for helping me open my heart to happiness, joy and bliss. I am now willing to see all the goodness in my life. And that's it as well. It's that gratitude thing. You know, if you don't like everything in your life, find one thing. Find one thing that you think is good. You know, is it an activity you do? Do you enjoy it? And be grateful for having the ability to do that. You know, is it a friendship that you have? Be grateful for that friendship and how that brings you that resonance, that brings you that feeling when you meet up, or even just knowing that that person is there for you. That feeling, that happiness. Find things to be grateful for. Planting some seeds and watching them grow, seeing life take form. Be happy about that. So that shifts you in your vibration, which then shifts you in what you can attract. So again, you are taking control of your thoughts. You're replacing them consciously with thoughts of gratitude, for example, thoughts of happiness, in order to bring forward to you what it is that you want and need to live a fulfilled life. And the final card from Michael is, use your imagination and you'll see the answer. So this is sort of, it's a bit like Pegasus coming, galloping in from the higher realms. So it is, again, up to the higher realms, up to the mind, up to this Ace of Swords, this information that is coming from above, these ideas, these intellectual insights, these imaginations. Allow yourself to imagine. So this is the thing about manifesting as well. It doesn't have to be real. You don't have to be sitting in a Rolls Royce. You can imagine you're sitting in a Rolls Royce. You can pretend. Because it's the feeling. The brain doesn't know if it's occurring or if it's made up. The brain believes it either way. And a lot of athletes use this in their training. So they may hit a really good race time in their mind, and that actually feels in their body real. If they can put enough energy behind it, their body understands that as they've run their best race time. And so the more that you can bring in that psychology, bring in that imagination to alter your state, draws more things to you. And these are coming from the higher. So use the higher wisdom and amend the intellect. Use ways of harnessing this, which you can use your imagination. You know, and that's, you might use it in your creativity. You might use it when you're going to refurbish your house. You might use it in ways to grow your business. You might use it in ways to step forward as you move home. It says, Dear God, thank you for granting me the wisdom and creativity to see your miracles in new and unexpected ways. I gratefully and gracefully accept and appreciate your help. So in a way, you might want to set a task of looking for signs, looking for assistance, asking for assistance, and then use your imagination, use your creativity to receive the information. That's what we do in Art Shift. Art Shift is a workshop where we use creativity. We get creative, we paint, we draw, we do different exercises. Very simple. But it's a way of using your creativity to receive, to know, to be given signs, so you can step forward. And so you do feel comfortable and confident. And then you are grateful for these signs. You're grateful for this information. So don't forget to just tap in and use what you've got. Use what you've got and create this new life. I'm going to do 2 more cards. And it is that thing as well, use your imagination. So, okay, so say you're going to change your life and you're going to move from one place to another and you have to leave certain things behind. Use your imagination. Draw it out with your mind. Draw it out on a piece of paper. Who do you want in your life? Who do you not want in your life? How do you want to look? How do you not want to look? You know, what do you want to be doing? Use your imagination. Playtime. You know, daydream. But constructively, like use the daydreaming as a manifestation tool. You know, imagine your best case scenario. Imagine who's in it. Imagine what you're doing. Imagine where you're living. Imagine how you feel. Imagine a good feeling. Is that happiness to you? And then imagine that happiness. And stay in that as long as you can. And remind yourself, because you'll dip out from time to time during the day. Then remind yourself of that feeling. It's all about the feeling. And too many people intellectualize things. Even when I remember I was training in Tai Chi and we were given an exercise. And after the exercise, my teacher asked, what did you feel? And one of my comrades started saying, well, I guess it's a bit like, and he intellectualized the whole exercise. And I thought I had it wrong. And he said, what did you feel? And I said, well, because I was in my body. I was feeling what was going on. I was noticing what was going on in my body. I wasn't deciding what was the purpose of this exercise. It wasn't my mind that went off. I was feeling. And I was able to say that, you know, well, I felt the weight was shifting. I felt I was finding my balance. I felt this down in my leg. I felt that in my foot. Like I was inside. And so sometimes we can be off thinking ideas about things. We can be thinking conceptually, or we can be lost in definitions almost of things. And in that mind work, we've lost what we were given in those moments. That's why it's important to tune into the body. How do you feel? Because you say, oh, when I'm happy, it'll be like amazing. Tell me, what does that feel like? Where do you feel that in your body? How does amazing feel? What do you mean? You know, you gotta get into that feeling. It's not just the idea of something. Because I could tell you for a lifetime, oh, when I channel this being, it feels like this. And you go, okay. So So you have this idea that it feels good. What does good mean? What does that mean? What does it mean to you? What does it mean to me? Apologies. You know, it's this difference between knowing, experiencing, and thinking. So you take the thought, you change the thought, so your belief changes. Your belief changes, your behavior changes. Your behavior changes, you're different. You're different. Your world becomes different. I'm going to take the top one. Well, this is interesting. Some of you know, some of you don't know. But telepathy seems to be coming up quite a lot for me. Particularly tuning into people who are at distance and receiving information or a message or a contact. But also I did a channel recently and they talked a lot about telepathy. And Sunday actually I did a channel. And this is the telepathy card. How fascinating. So telepathy is going to be coming. And again, telepathy is communication, mind to mind. You don't need phone lines. You don't need fiber optics. You can do it mind to mind. It says transmission, perception, communication. So again, that's it. You know, you're getting this download. You're getting this information, this transmission, this idea, this insight. That's coming through, helping you cut away the past. Perception. So it's how you perceive it, how you decide to believe, how you understand it. Now, your perception of what happiness is, what is that to you? And then communication. Every thought you think is a communication. So telepathy is mind to mind. And often when you channel, you are receiving into your mind. So your mind is a receiver, or your heart is a receiver, and you're receiving information. So that's a communication. But also think of it like this. So telepathy is mind communication. You're able to have a thought and send the thought out into the ether, and someone else picks it up. The exact thought. So think about what is in your thoughts, what you are sending out into the ether, because the universe is picking it up. And it may return it to you. I thought on someone recently, and I actually thought on a particular word as well to do with this person. And then they sent me a message using the exact word with an image of them, almost like they were sending a message. And I can't believe this card has come up. Telepathy. Be careful how you're communicating unto the world. Be careful how you're communicating internally, your own mind, your own intuition, your own body. Be careful with that energy, because you are, every thought has power. Every thought is a pocket of energy. So as you think, you are sending pockets of energy into the world. So that's why you need to become conscious of the energy that you're sending out into the world through your thought. You think you have thoughts and they're just thoughts. But it's time now to be more conscious of your thinking, so what you're giving to the world, because it'll come back, like the message came back to me. Or maybe I was just tuning into that message somewhere, so I was hearing, I was receiving that communication. So it is about getting used to this idea that thinking is power. Thinking, everything becomes with a thought. So, you know, the person who decided to build the road thought about, I'm going to build a road. I'm going to build a road from there to there. How am I going to do it? Right, I'm going to need, you know, diggers, and I'm going to need tar, and I'm going to need some paint and I'm going to need workers. And so you're thinking, planning, and then, so how does it feel when that road is built? How do I feel having accomplished that? That's taking something out of your mind, envisioning it, seeing it made real, seeing the foundations. Where is the 4? It's achieved. You've achieved. So be mindful of the power of your mind. Be mindful of your thoughts. You are sending messages and also receiving messages. And the more it becomes... Okay, so this is the energy as well. The energy is changing. The energy around the universe is changing. And as it changes, this is going to become more obvious and apparent to you. The power of your thoughts. And it can be a bit scary. Because you might have certain thoughts and then suddenly it appears, or it happens. Or, you know, you think of someone and they ring, or... You know, you think of this, maybe not such a nice scenario, and then that happens, and you think, oh my God. But it's to now show you that as the energy quickens, as we move up to a different level in energetic frequency, things will become real quicker. And everybody is starting to tune in, so everybody is starting to get used to what it's like to be connected and communicate in that sense. So use it to your advantage. Use it to send good out into the world. Use it to achieve what you want to achieve for the highest good of all. Let me just see what the priestess card says about that, because it might be nice to... Sorry, I'm just going to get the book. So it's... Oh my goodness. It's 22. 2 and 2 is 4. 4 is foundations. 4 is building. 22 is a master number. So telepathy is big right now. Okay, so this card shows the priestess of the universal mind, the eternal voice. The light that rises from above her crown chakra opens the door to all of spirit. The orb encircling her heart center vibrates through infinity. Excuse me. Opening the portal to the immortal wisdom. She comes to tell you that you are, right now, capable of profound perception and telepathic communication. You've been endowed with this talent since the origins of divine consciousness at the beginning of time. So let yourself trust in that innate power. When you want to receive, all you need to do is stop, breathe, open up, and trust. The wolf's bright eyes peer straight into the heart of the spirit world. Unlike the wolf card on card 21, who guides you on your personal path, this one creates a direct connection with the etherical entities riding the waves of the energetic realm. The wolf's incredible instincts, acute senses, and extraordinary intelligence offer profound understanding of every aspect of the environment. You have this capacity as well. Practice tuning in to the helpful transmissions all around you, and they are all around all the time. Empty space is not empty. It is full of information. Practice tuning in to the helpful transmissions all around you, and you'll be amazed by spontaneous insights. So do not think it's beyond you. Open up to this sleeping power, and the universe will speak to you in more ways than you can imagine. So pay attention to what's going around you. Use your imagination to see the answer. See what the world is showing you. Okay, I've got a couple more minutes. Let me just do a quick color card. So this would be a nice color that you might want to have, to wear, to look at in the week. I just acknowledge the power of color and the power that will bring into your life. So can we have a color card for this week, please? Color card for this week. For the highest good, all who are watching. Thank you so much for your comments as well, your comments, your likes, your shares. It's very much appreciated and helps grow the channel. And I do read your comments, and it's lovely when something resonates, because then I know it's not about me doing this, it's about somebody getting the message to you, so that you think, yeah, I need to get back on that. Yeah, I must remember to do that. That's right, that's coming up for me. That happened today, that happened yesterday. It's in the energy. I'm not going crazy. I can feel that. I'm experiencing these things. These are my truths as well. So it calms you down, it secures you, makes you feel a little bit better about moving forward. So we've got 2 colour cards, in fact. We've got Aqua, which is beautiful water, beautiful emotion. The power of water is coming up to be a major theme. Water therapy, water nutrition. And it says experience, peace and calm. And that's what I've just been saying. So you need to use videos like this to bring you to a place of peace and calm, so that you don't feel agitated about moving forward, but you move forward in the best energy. Peace and calm is the best way to move forward. It's a very confident way. If you were concerned about different things, you might be, you know, flopping all over the place. But if you're peaceful and calm, like the Tai Chi master, you have no concern. You are able, you are centered, you are aware of all sides around you. That peacefulness and that calmness means that you do receive the information. So you have to almost be peaceful and calm to receive. I think it said that in the previous thing, didn't it? And the second one, which jumped out, which is a stunning card, is Indigo. It's very galactic, very much of the stars and galaxies. Could be Andromeda. Oh my god, so that's 4-0. So 40, but 4 plus 0 is 4. So again a 4. And this one is a master number 33. Very important numbers. Indigo, improve your vision. Let me just read that one as well, because again, it's like seeing things differently. Using your imagination to rejig things. How do you see it now? What is your vision? Is it just your eyes you're looking at in this world that is here, is ready? Or are you using your third eye? So the vision of the third eye, which takes you to a whole other place of understanding, of witnessing the world, the worlds, I should say. Okay, so indigo also helps with any illnesses affecting your head, your eyes, your ears, or your nose. So if you've got a cold, if you've got something like that, then perhaps wear something indigo as well if you have it, and just meditate with indigo. It'll just help with anything around this area, because it is the color of the third eye. So it's this upper area that it might help you with. It can help with mental issues, emotional disorders, such as ADD, anxiety, depression as well. So it's not the violet of the crown, but it's the indigo of the third eye. Use indigo for problems with insomnia and to release stress and tension. When visualized, indigo provides a sense of clarity and purpose. So it might help you clear your mind. So it's here, so it's helping you clear this area. So you get clarity on your vision, clarity on stepping forward, clarity on what you need to cut away, clarity in giving you the boost to step forward in your creative ideas. What do I need to do to make this happen? You know, using the clarity and the sense of purpose. Where am I going? What is the end result? That's this happiness. What does it look like? What am I doing? Who am I with? Where am I living? What's the purpose? And then kind of rejig back. But use that for your, it's almost like a dream board for your creation of what it is. Use your third eye, use the indigo. And that's your purpose. That's giving you clarity on moving into your purpose. Visualize indigo rays to improve your vision also and make your dreams a reality. So that's what we're talking about, the manifestation process. Bring your dreams into reality. Use indigo. Use the aqua to be in that calm, centered space, and use the indigo to step forward and have clear ideas of what it is you would need to do. Visualize something in the future you would like to create. Then freeze it as if it were a beautiful painting. So this end result, imagine what it's like. It's like take a photo of it or see it as a painting. Now, place an indigo bubble around it and allow it to float in the middle of the world, shining its energy from there. So you've created this thought. That's what I was saying. Thought is energy. You have this pocket of energy. So by imagining what you want and then surrounding it in indigo, giving it that power, giving it that clarity, you've created this piece of energy in the world. And it's shining. It's there. So then you can connect with that again and again and again and draw it closer to you each time. Each time, connect with that feeling. The feeling. It says, Divine Intelligence, please allow what I have seen in my vision to manifest in the perfect time and in the perfect way. Wonderful. So I hope that's brought some clarity on where you're thinking, how things are going, what you're possibly moving towards, and maybe some steps on how to get there. Of course, if you need more information on that kind of thing, you can always get in touch with me. My website is www.karentinny.co.uk. I'm going to leave it there for now before this doesn't save, and I'll be back with the channel in a little while. So bless you, take care, lots of love, and hope to see you again soon. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe. You know.